Hello, and welcome to my ramble of ideas and stories of what I think about sports. I'm Jaronamoe, and I'm going to talk about my opinion on each sport I could think of. Also, I might have forgot some. Now let's start with basketball. This is one sport that people can play in tournaments and stadiums, which I would not be able to handle. I have played basketball, but the rules and movements is something that I personally would not be able to do. Now basketball is pretty simple. Ball go through net. Which is basically every sport. You're trying to do a specific move, but things get in the way like the other team. Now baseball. I remember playing baseball when I was like 6 or 8. I remember being not horrible, but not complete god. Baseball is something I'm good at, but I stopped playing because when you get older, you don't get the ball on the little holder thing. It gets thrown at you, and I don't really like doing it like that. I once hated baseball mitts because I couldn't really operate my hand, but without it, you would be breaking your hand, which doesn't feel good. I got used to the mitts pretty slowly, but I can do it now. Now, baseball, I honestly got good at because I remember hitting a ball like more than 50 feet, and I felt so good because I said, Mommy, I did it! It went like 40,000 feet! Now, football is one sport that I think I would probably never be playing because of how rough people can be. Whoa! I don't like the shape of the ball because, I'm horrible at throwing the ball. But the sport is just too rough for me. Now that makes me sound like a weak tiny little boy that doesn't like getting tackled. But no, I've seen the concept of coach telling you that when someone has the ball, you gotta tackle them and to the floor and grab the ball and run. And I don't want to experience that. Swimming is one sport that everyone has done because, water's everywhere. And you can just get a big container and fill it up with water and say, pool. Anyways, I think of swimming as more of an activity than a sport, but I thought it was probably my only chance to mention it. I've been to a water slide that makes you feel relaxed, like the twisty one, but I've gone on some that make me think, that looks scary, and maybe I shouldn't go down it because I'm a scaredy cat. But newsflash, I'm not a scaredy cat, so I went down that slide, and it was around 50-foot vertical drop and a sterling stop at the bottom. And I remember like around 6 months ago, I went to a water park, and I went down one of those vertical drop slides, and I remember it turning into a competition of who can get the farthest by skipping against the water like a rock. And my entire family tried, but my mother reached the farthest in the competition, and I was like in 4th, but whatever. Soccer. Soccer is a game most people would not like because of the no holding rule thing, but really it doesn't make sense. My sister Autumn is really good, but she cries when I shoot one goal and says I'm cheating, but I don't think I'm cheating, honestly. I have told Autumn she should try it out more, but like every other sport, it includes a lot of roughness and hurting and all as well. Autumn. Dodgeball is a sport that is really easy to get good at, but to get really good at it is a little more practice to get good at. And there's a little story I'll never forget. I was given a little reward for doing what I was supposed to do, like doing homework. The reward was to go play dodgeball instead of sitting there doing homework. So we go over there and go into little teams. And this is when my memory gets as clear as a static TV. And I'm not kidding, I sat there for around 25 minutes. And I got out around 3 minutes in, so I was standing there for like so long that it literally went until the whole time for the reward was up. I was so furious. Now if you saw the play out, you would just see me standing there like talking to my friend and saying, when is this dumb round over? Pool is a great table game that I've played at my grandma's house for as long as I can remember because that pool table was there for so long. I could remember when they added carpet to it and I was like, ooh. Now I think of the basement without carpet and it makes me uncomfortable. My family has got really good at it and I'm still one of everyone is like, dude, I'll be you first try because I'm facing, you. And I sigh even though he's saying facts. Nothing else to tell about pool, really. Now, kickball. This is one of my favorite sports because it combines baseball and soccer in a way that is very fun. Now, a story I'll remember forever is when I won the entire tournament. So, it was a normal game of kickball, and I was running each plate because that's what you do in kickball. And I was running around, and I noticed that I was the last one on the field. I was running, I almost made a home run, but someone threw a ball, and I slid, and I made it! And I was so happy. But the story doesn't end there. Oh, no, no, no. So after the scores, the teacher went up and said the scores were 80 to 82. If I would have got hit, we would have lost. Now, foosball is a table game that's like soccer, but it's mini. So your goal is to do the same rules as soccer, but you control these little dudes and making it to your right or left depending on what side you're on. I had this giant foosball table that it was so fun, but imagine this table as big as a pool table. So this table was giant, and we put it in the living room, so soon we got rid of it because it was so giant that we lost a few balls. But anyways, thanks for watching my little talk about sports, so bye! Also subscribe because this video took way too long to make. I heard of these things called end cards. What are those? What, Pokemon cards? Does that work?